Europe. Just a dream destination for so many people in the world, but it can quickly become a nightmare for those who are not prepared for it. So in this video today, I'm going to show you my top 10 Amazon essentials for your next trip to Europe, so it can be a dream destination and not a nightmare. Well, hello everybody, Big Daddy Quinn here. Why the Big Daddy, you ask? Well, I'm the Big Daddy in all things travel, lifestyle, and anything to entertain your needs. I got you, girl. So we are going to be talking about my top 10 Amazon must-haves, starting with number 1. Many of you guys might not know this, but when you go to Europe, they have different types of plugs than we do. It's not the typical, depending on which country you're in. I know the UK is different than places like Italy and Spain, so just be mindful of that when you are there. I personally like to use these little tiny ones that are individuals.
Okay, so the one I have comes in a box like so, and they're just a bunch of individual ones.
You can also opt to getting a long extension cord one with multiple plugs in it. That way you can plug multiple things in at a time. There's also a universal one that you can use. They tend to be a little bulkier and a little heavier, which is why I personally don't own one. However, my sisters have one of the universal ones and they didn't have any problems with it, except for it being a little too heavy to stay in some of the plugs. Just wanted to give you a heads up. It may work for you, it may not. So that's why I stick with these little ones. By the way, all of these are going to be in the description box below. Okay, moving on with the video. Okay, so if you have seen my Travel 101 videos, then you will know how much I love this thing, and I have been bringing it with me to every single trip I have been on. If you haven't seen that yet, it's going to be listed down below, so go watch that one right after you watch this one. Okay, and ta-da! It's going to be this hanging bag. So basically, it's just, see? I still have some stuff in there from my last trip. Oh, hello, female needs, you know? So usually what I'll do is I'll put some of my liquids in here, and then I'll put, I don't know, I'll use these two for liquids or just like typical bathroom stuff. You can use, I've also done liquids and makeup. However, your girl has so much makeup, so I usually have a separate bag for my makeup. Or I'll just put my liquid makeup in one and just my regular liquids in the other. I have not been stopped for it yet. And that has been all over America, South America, and also Europe, and including Asia. So just a heads up, I have not had any issues. But if you do have some issues, I'm really sorry. You didn't hear it from me. If you don't want to carry one of those hanging bags, then you can also try one of these clear TSA approved bags. They have different kinds. There are some that specifically say TSA approved on Amazon. I will also link all of those down below so you can have options, sister. We love options. If that's more your speed, then there's nothing better than just carrying one of these around, or even two of them, and you can separate and organize. Okay, so next one on my list is going to be a good carry-on backpack. We all need a great carry-on backpack with us, and I'm going to tell you that I prefer backpacks over weekender bags. That is an option, but I just find backpacks so much easier to carry around with me in the airport that I don't have to keep lugging it around, or it's just so much easier. I honestly can't find my backpack at the moment. I got back from a trip from Nashville not too long ago, and I think I left it either at my boyfriend's house or somewhere else, so I will insert clips here once I do find it. This backpack is one option. Honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan of this backpack. It had awesome pockets and so much room, but it was just a little too bulky for me, and the pocket was just slightly weird, but it did get good reviews and it did fit a lot of stuff. So I'm going to give it that. If that's something you want to try out, then I will still link it down below. Or there's this backpack right here that is more of like a laptop backpack. It's good for security. It's a little thicker in material, but honestly, I liked it way more. It is just way more comfortable, has so many different pockets that you can use and stuff in, and it's honestly not that big looking, but when you open it and you look inside, there is so much room. So those are two options for backpacks, and I will be linking them both down. Another option is to bring a day pack with you, like a small, like foldable day pack for when you go on tours or you are taking a day trip somewhere and you want a backpack that's not too heavy and just easy to lug around. I'll also link a great option for you down below. Okay, moving on. I am interrupting this program to tell you to, hey, go follow me on social media. That'll be listed down below. It's Big Daddy Quinn. Okay, moving on. Have you ever tried placing your clothes nice and neat into a bag only for it to end up looking like this? Okay, well, that is honestly me. I have the biggest struggle keeping my suitcase neat and tidy. By midway through the trip, it looks like a freaking tornado hit inside my bag. And that is why I use compression cubes. There is a debate right now whether or not compression cubes really work. Girl, even if you don't think that they work, they do keep your stuff organized. And honestly, they make up so much more space in my bag and it squishes everything down. If you get the compression kind, then you are more likely to be able to squeeze them down as much as you can. My favorite kind of compression cubes are the Bag Smart ones. And they look like this. They come in different sizes. So there's two zippers on it typically, and one zipper is just your regular zipper, and there's another zipper in order to make it tighter. As you can see here in this video right now, I am putting a ton of clothes in there, and then I am zipping it once, and then zipping it again. Not only does it squish everything down, but it keeps everything nice and organized. Don't be that person who is halfway through their amazing European day on tour looking at all these beautiful buildings, taking pictures and pictures, and still have a million more pictures to take. But yet, you look at your phone and boom, the low battery sign hits. And you realize you still have a whole nother 6 hours to go before this tour is finished at only 10% battery. At the end of the day, you're going to be so sad on all the amazing pictures you could have captured, or you're going to end up being that annoying person who says to your friend, can you send those to me? My phone's dead. I need those photos. Can you send those to me? My phone's dead. I need photos. Fear not, my friend, because that is when battery packs come into play. Don't underestimate how important it is to have a battery pack, aka a portable charger. Okay, so battery packs, portable chargers. Which ones are good and which ones are not? Well, I have this one right here and it works like a glove. There's one, a USB port, the U, Type-C, whatever port, and then there is an, I don't know what that means, 8-pin input. There's also ones that have where you can charge multiple different ones at a time, and there's multiple plugs. So that way you can charge more than one phone at a time. Or if you don't want to lug around a big old one, you can also get one for single use, and it's called Pocket Juice. Then this one fits in your purse way easier, but it doesn't charge your phone as fast as this bad boy. Okay, so if you have ever seen my travel must-haves 101 video, this is one of my absolute favorite things to travel with. And by the way, you need to go watch that video after this. And it's this. Oh, it is a pillow, but if you unzip it, it is also a blanket. Yeah, I know, pretty cool, right? I hate having to ask for blankets when I am on an airplane, and it's always such a pain to bring your own because ain't nobody got room for that. Well, now you do, sister. Yes, you do. And not only that, but it has this little pocket thing right here so that way you can fit it onto your suitcase, as shown in this clip. Never be cold again with your new Travel Snug blanket. Okay, so we do not want anybody to get tempted to go through your stuff, okay? That is a big no-no. So do me a favor and get yourself a lock, okay? Whether you're staying in a hotel, a hostel, or wherever you're staying, you know, chances are that somebody can still try and take something, whether it be the maid, be somebody else in your room. You just never know, even on plane flights, okay? So, my friend, we are not taking any risks here today. Okay, so the locks that I like to use are these ones right here. As you can see, you can change and preset what code you want. So much easier than having a key, because having a key can be a pain. If you lose that shiz, well, you're kind of screwed. There are two options, as you can see here. I have the long cordy ones and the non-long cordy ones. I feel like one is more sturdier than the other, but I think that the long, sturdier ones are better for lockers if you're staying in hostels. If you haven't guessed already, yeah, the next thing is going to be a fanny pack, but not just any fanny pack. It's going to be a skinny, thin one. One that is skinny enough to fit under your clothes if you need protection, okay? Because sometimes no one can be trusted. Honestly, no one can be trusted in any country. So, getting a mini belt or a fanny pack. This one specifically is RFID protection for your extra security. Not only that, but you can fit it underneath your clothes, or you could just wear it as a regular fanny pack. And it is honestly a lifesaver if you don't feel like walking around with your purse or your bag, depending where you are, then this is a great option. You only really need like your money and your phone on you most of the time. Okay, and if you can get away with it, just bring one of these bad boys and you are good to go. They are very safe and secure, and they have got me through a lot of different places, for sure, and places where I didn't necessarily feel the most secure. Fun fact, story time coming up about the time my sister got robbed in Paris, but I didn't because I was wearing this. Okay, imagine this. There is nothing worse than knowing you have a whole 12-hour day ahead of you in your European vacation. But yet, you turn over and you look at the clock. 1 a.m. I still haven't been able to sleep, and it's 1 a.m. and I have to be up in 5 hours. How the heck am I supposed to sleep? Well, fret not, because I always have melatonin on me anytime I'm traveling to a different place with a different time zone, because jet lag is real, my friend. My favorite type of melatonin are these chewable ones. These ones are 5 milligrams, which are a little strong for me, so I usually only take half of one. This one's the natural. I also like the gummies, okay? I'm a gummy girl. I like the 1 milligram gummies. Those ones are so delicious, but so useful. I do hear a lot of ish about melatonin makes my dreams super vivid, and I don't like making melatonin because of this, blah, blah, blah. Stop with your excuses, okay? If you need to sleep and you need energy for that tour the next day so you can be the best wide-eyed, bushy-tailed person, then Take some melatonin, okay? If you want to, you can start with a lower dosage and then work your way up depending on your tolerance. If you're anything like me, 2 milligrams usually just does the trick and I'm right out. Anything more than that makes me way too drowsy the next morning. So also keep that in mind. Having vivid dreams is way better than not getting any sleep at all. Period. Picture this. You are having the most wonderful day, sitting outside, having lunch, just taking in the wonderful, wonderful landscapes of the European architecture. When all of a sudden, it's pouring rain. But you don't really care because guess what? You are prepared. Let's just talk about European weather really quick, okay? Some places can be extremely rainy and some places, depending on what time of the year you go, can just be extremely hot. But no matter how hot it can get, it can randomly rain at any given moment. I speak from experience, okay? That is why I have my raincoat that I got from Amazon, and it is waterproof and it keeps me warm. Surprisingly, it has me sweating underneath. It keeps me really warm, okay? And also my umbrella that I have is UV protected, wind resistant, and compact. So those are everything you need in an umbrella, I'm telling you. Well, that is it, my fellow travelers. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope that you are prepared on your next trip to Europe. Well, this is Big Daddy Quinn signing off. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button for more content like this. Big Daddy out.